Yeah, they got problems. This is real serious. And the NHL, they got problems with two franchises now. Obviously, we have talked about the Arizona Coyotes situation and the inability to get an arena built. Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the National Hockey League, is going to be in Winnipeg tomorrow, and he will talk extensively to the Jets ownership about what's happened. Uh, the big situation in Winnipeg is their season tickets have gone from 13,000 down to 9,500. Their attendance is ranked 29th in the NHL at just a shade over 13,300. Arizona's got the worst attendance in the league because they play in a very small arena because they can't get a new arena built. So I don't know whether it's the prices of the tickets in Manitoba have chased Winnipeg fans away because they've got a first place team this year. It's one of the best teams they've had in a while. But I don't know whether it's just the economics or it's the fact that they traded away a couple of their stars. Patrick Laine went to Columbus. They dumped Pierre-Luc Dubois on the LA Kings this offseason. I hate to see them leave Manitoba. I hate to see the franchise in jeopardy because it's a great hockey city that goes back to the Bobby Hull days in the old World Hockey Association. They had a Winnipeg Jets team that had Timo Solani on it, and they had arena problems and money problems, and that franchise became the Phoenix Coyotes, which has become the Arizona Coyotes. So Gary Bettman's got two problems because the Coyotes still have made no progress at all in terms of getting a new arena built. The ballot keeps getting voted down. They're playing in a 5,000-seat barn that houses Arizona State. There's no credibility to what they're doing. Of course, their team has got a low budget because they don't have big revenue streams. It's an absolute mess. Please tell me, somebody on my hockey hotline, please explain to me why there's no franchise in Quebec City, which has this new Olympic arena, or you got Houston, and you do have Atlanta, which failed twice. You do have Salt Lake City and an owner there that says they'll build a hockey arena. Why are we still in Arizona? I feel bad for Winnipeg. I hope there's a solution coming, but now Gary Bettman's got two problems.
Well, aren't the Coyotes sort of like the Oakland A's of the NHL?
Exactly.
So they're in a really weird spot. And the other city you should put on that list is San Diego, because they're going to be building a new sports arena. That's definitely going to happen. I'm going to go back to Winnipeg because I don't know a whole lot about Winnipeg. Maybe the fans that are joining us from Winnipeg can share. What's the size of that metropolitan area? Is it a significant?
It's a regional franchise. Winnipeg is not Toronto in terms of population base.
Right.
Smart guy, you're the one who's got the smartphone. Punch it up there. I don't know I don't know what population in Winnipeg is, but it's a regional franchise that had always supported hockey. Their problem was with the initial Winnipeg Jets of Bobby Hull and Anders Hedberg and Ulf Nilsson and all the Europeans in the WHA, is that they just could not generate enough revenue to pay those type of players to keep those players. And the franchise eventually wound up going to Phoenix and became the Coyotes with Timo Solani. But then they started with behind the eight ball in terms of where do we play, and they played in the basketball arena, the old Veterans Memorial Coliseum in downtown Phoenix, which was not a hockey arena, was really old. You think our sports arena is decrepit? You should have seen that one. And then they moved up the road to Glendale, but that's a basketball football stadium. That's not a hockey arena. So it was a big issue, and they were going to build a hockey arena in Tempe. That got voted down on ballot. Now they're trying to go to Scottsdale. But this has been a chronic problem since the franchise relocated from Winnipeg. So Bettman's got two big problems. I'd hate to see a franchise leave, but it wouldn't be the first Canadian franchise to exit because the Quebec Nordique were very successful, but very small arena, and the Canadian dollar was really bad. They couldn't get a new one built, and the Quebec Nordique vacated Quebec City, became the Colorado Avalanche, and been a raging success. Quebec since has built a new arena. They can't get a franchise. So, I mean, we got two troubled teams. I hate to see Winnipeg leave. Arizona should move. Just give it up.
Yeah.
I know Gary Bettman, he looks at it as his population, Valley of the Sun, 3.5 mil. I understand that. But there's no place to play that's a legitimate hockey arena. Big issue.
Well, some of our Winnipeg fans are responding in real time, and I'm going to jump the gun a little bit on Fans Forum. Phyllis says 900,000 in the Winnipeg area. Derek says 750,000. So it's a pretty significant metropolitan area.
And it's a regional franchise. I mean, Manitoba is very strong in its support of its teams, and obviously they love hockey there. So it's a big issue. Okay,